having the most incredible day. As always, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new watching this video, you guys know what to do. Hit that subscribe button as we are on our way to 10,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you do. In today's video, we are going to be going through my May favourites, my feelings, that kind of stuff, and I just want to have a sit down, have a little chat, show you guys what I've been loving and that kind of thing. So without further ado, now is your time to grab a coffee. So pause this video, go and make a coffee, come back, let's dive in. I hope you guys enjoy and carry on watching. So I won't lie to you, there aren't overly loads of things here today, simply because with everything going on, and if you haven't really kind of kept up to date with my videos, go and watch my most recent kitchen unboxing. I explain it all in that video. But yeah, I took some time off, now I'm back, and with everything still kind of going on at the moment, I haven't really had a chance to love loads of things, which is kind of understandable. However, I do have quite a few things here. 9 things to share with you. I think that's a decent amount. So yeah, let's start off with the first item. So the first thing I want to talk about is my fragrance favourite of the month, and that has been my Marc Jacobs Decadence perfume. Now, if you have been watching me for a long time, a few years, I was obsessed with this perfume to the point where I had this in a smaller size and I had a bigger size, and I completely forgot that I had it, and I am trying to go through, oh, so good, all of my fragrances just so I have like 2 on the go at once. Do you know what I mean? I just have too much stuff and it's stressing me out. So I dug this out the other day and I have been absolutely obsessed with it. It doesn't look like I've used loads, but I have used quite a bit considering I've only started using it this month, and I am absolutely obsessed with this smell. It's definitely, you kind of love it or you hate it smell, because it is quite strong. It's not a very subtle sweet smell. Like, it's definitely kind of an evening fragrance. So good though, it is quite strong. But I do really, really like it. So that has been my favourite perfume. I couldn't tell you what it smells like, but it smells good, smells evening-y, love it. Like this in a candle would be amazing. Next up, moving on to my crystal favourite of the month, and that has been my amethyst cluster. I have so much love for this piece. I don't even know why. I have a lot of amethyst. If you guys have seen my crystal collection, which has grown since that video, shocking, I have quite a few pieces of amethyst, but this one for some reason just draws me the most, and I don't know whether it's the size, whether it's the colour, because it is so dark, that kind of draws me in. I actually have no idea, but I love this piece of amethyst so much, and I have had this by my bedside for the past week and a half, and it's just bringing me good vibes and I absolutely love it. So yeah, this is my favourite crystal. She's so pretty, so love her. And the next 2 items are both rings. The first one is this beautiful garnet ring, which I'm absolutely obsessed with. Now, I love crystal jewellery. Shocking, I know, but I saw this back in February and I got it from the silver shop in Bath because I get my hair done in Bath, and I saw this then and I tried it on and I was going to buy it, but it was £40 I think, or £44, and I had a lot of restraint back in February. However, when I went to get my hair done a few weeks ago, I just thought, you know what, sod it, I'm buying it. So I bought it because it was still there in my size, the exact one I wanted. So I picked that one up and I love it. And then I also have this ring, which is from Pandora, and it's a seashell ring, and I just really like it. I bought it for some sentimental memories, and I just really like them together. So those are my 2 ring favourites of the month. Been loving them, love them a lot. So yeah. The next 2 items are both makeup favourites. Now, they are actually both foundations, and I got these on a recommendation from my friend Zoe, who had been going on and on about this combo, and I was like, okay, do you know what? Sod it, I'm just going to buy it because I needed a new foundation anyway. So I bought them because she uses them as a duo, and the first one is the L'Oreal True Match Nude Plumping Tinted Serum, which is 1% pure hyaluronic acid, and it's a very, very light coverage essentially. I got mine in shade 05-2, which is very light because I am quite a pale human being. And the second foundation favourite, which I pair with this one, is the Collection Filter Finish Foundation, which is supposed to be a dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury one, which is really popular, and I can't remember what it's called, but I use these together. It's what I've got on today. The coverage is beautiful. It's really light, but covers enough, apart from this spot obviously, that it just doesn't feel uncomfortable. It's so nice on the skin, and you can use obviously as little or as much of each as you want. So if you wanted a little bit more coverage, you could put a little bit of this one with a lot of this one. Do you know what I mean? I just really like it. So thank you so much, Zoe, for putting me onto these, because I love them. And I think for both it was about £20, so it's not too bad for 2 foundations. So love those. The next favourite is a Lush favourite, and this is an item which my mum actually bought for me when she did my Lush haul. So if you haven't seen that video, make sure you do. It was a big hit, everyone loved it, so make sure you go and check that out. But this is the Repeat Orange Foot Balm. Now I have been loving this. It doesn't look like I've used a lot, but this is the most oily, rich, nourishing foot balm I've ever used. You need the tiniest amount and it goes such an incredibly long way. But the smell, oh, it's so good. It smells, I don't want to say like oranges, but it does smell like oranges. Just like an orange sweet, like an orange lolly, like an orange Chubba Chup lolly or something. That's what this smells like. It's so good. It's so oil based, but the best thing I find with this is to put it on before you go to bed, because I'm not one for wanting to put lotion on like in the daytime and be oily all day. I'd rather do it at night, go to sleep, wake up and be like nice and dry and moisturised. Do you know what I mean? But this is really good. Ingredients wise, we have in this one jojoba oil, castor oil, candelia wax, orange peel wax, sunflower wax, blood orange oil. I think that's basically it, but it's that blood orange smell. It's so good. And if you suffer with anything from like dry heels, just to dry feet in general, dry elbows even, definitely get this. It's so wonderful, and the smell, I can't get over it. It smells amazing. I love it so much. And my last favourite of the month has actually been reading. Now, if you've been watching my videos for a very long time, you will know that back in 2017, I kind of went on a reading binge, and I bought a lot of books and I read a lot of books, and I'm kind of going through that again now. However, it is with one author in particular. So I'm going to show you the books that I have been obsessed with, that I have read. And yeah, I read 3 of these within a week and a half, which is very unlike me. It took me about 3 days to read each book, which is just insane. So the first one that started it all, which is by no surprise if any of you guys are on TikTok, on the internet or anything like that, and that is the It Ends With Us book by Colleen Hoover. Now, I didn't expect a lot from this book, if I'm being honest. I wasn't into it straight away. I'm definitely like a slow absorber of the hype, if you know what I mean. Like, I was definitely very slow with this one. However, as soon as I picked it up and started reading it, I could not put it down. It is such a good book. Honestly, it's amazing. I really love this book. 10 out of 10. It's not my favourite. I will show you my favourite in a second, but it's unbelievable if you haven't read it. And I do believe they're making this into a film, which I really hope is how I envision it in my head, because I just don't want it to ruin the book for me. But I would definitely read this again. It is a beautiful story. It can be quite, I don't know how to describe it. It's got some features of abuse and that kind of thing, and physical violence towards others. So definitely, if you're kind of a bit sensitive to that topic, don't read it. However, it is written really beautifully, and I think it ended perfectly how it should have ended. So yeah, if you haven't read this, I highly recommend it. I just loved it. So that kind of got me into the Colleen Hoover hype, and I am fully obsessed with her now. I want every single book of hers, because I'm in love. So the second book that I grabbed was this one, which is Ugly Love, and I loved this book so much. This one was so good. I just loved it. The characters were amazing. I didn't even tell you what this one was about, but it's basically about a girl whose father was abusive to her mother, and then she meets somebody on a whim, and they meet again a few years later, and I'm not going to ruin it, but it's so good. But this one I actually preferred to this one, I'm not gonna lie. So this is my second favourite, and this is about a girl who goes to live with her brother in an apartment, and the guy opposite, essentially they have this, like, what's the word, like an attraction to each other, but they don't actually say anything, and then they make the rule that they can basically be friends with benefits, because neither of them want a relationship. But obviously we all know that doesn't work. So it's such a good book, but not my favourite again. My favourite, which is the last one that I finished, is November 9. Now, if you want to read this book, read this one first, because it does relate to characters in this book in this one, and it can ruin it. It's not a massive giveaway, but it does tell you what happens at the end. So yeah, I would read that one first, but this one was so good. I think this could actually be my favourite book of all time ever. so far. It's such a good story. Essentially what it's about, a girl who was in a house fire, so she has no self-confidence whatsoever, and she's always told by her mum to not fall in love until she's 23, and she meets this guy when she's 18, so they decide to meet once a year with no contact in between, just to see if the spark's still there. So you have kind of every single November 9th meeting in here, and it is just such a beautiful book, and I loved it, and it ended exactly how I wanted to, and I just thought this was incredible. So that are the three books. Those are the three that I finished within a week and a half, and I highly recommend them because honestly, if you fancy a binge read, these are insane. Like, I could not put these down. They were amazing, so I highly recommend those books. However, the one that I'm reading at the moment, which I imagine I'll finish by the time this video goes up, is Regretting You, which is a really good one as well. This one's a little bit heavier. Like, I think the paper weighs more, I don't know, it feels really heavy and sturdy, but I started this one yesterday. I'm only 42 pages in. I didn't read very much of it yesterday, so I am really excited to get kind of really deep into this book. I can tell it's going to be a really good story, and I'm loving it so far. So yeah, this is the one I'm reading next, and if you guys have any Colleen Hoover books that you think I would love, or that I need to read, because I'm always on Amazon, like ready to buy the next one when I'm halfway through the current one, let me know down below, because I am officially obsessed. Like, favourite author ever. So yeah, and she's got 2 more books I think coming out, one this month in May that's just come out, and one in June or July, so I'm really excited to get those as well. But yeah, those have been just insane. If you want a good book, I promise you, read those. So that is everything for my May favourites. I really hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know down below all the things you've been loving throughout May. If there's anything you've been up to, just let me know, because I love having a chat with you guys in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed and you're watching this video, please make sure you do. I would really appreciate it, and I would love to hit 10,000 subscribers. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so incredibly much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.